Okay, good morning everyone. My name's Neil Sadler. I work for Northamptonshire Fire and Rescue Service as the Joint Operations Team Manager based here at Mereway Fire Station. So you've just witnessed the vehicle behind me being deployed and made ready to work at an operational incident, and I'm going to give you a brief tour now around the outside of the vehicle and also inside, showing some of the equipment and functions of this vehicle. The vehicle itself, as you can see on the side there, has the name Nemo, which was decided by a local school. We have satellites, lighting, beacons and cameras on top of the vehicle, and I'll explain more about those as we go inside. We've got a briefing screen here and on the other side of the vehicle, which we'll have a look as we go round, and then we'll have a look at some of the equipment and functions. So if we start moving around the vehicle, you'll notice that it is an emergency response vehicle, so it has all of the blue emergency response lighting. The vehicle's call sign is shown above the windscreen. And as we come round to the side of the vehicle, you'll notice that very similar to the other side, we have another briefing screen. Now all of these screens are touch screens, so they can be operated from inside and outside of the vehicle. So moving on round to the back of the vehicle, I'll show you some of the equipment that we can deploy that links direct to this vehicle. So over here we have a remote deployable camera. Okay, it can be deployed up to 1 kilometre away and again links direct into the vehicle, and we'll have a look at some of the imagery when we go inside. We have a drone that has a thermal image camera and a normal camera. Again, when we're using that, can link straight into the Joint Command Unit and be streamed to some of our control rooms as well. So we have, we're able to pass that imagery over. We also have our thermal image cameras, our handheld thermal image cameras. Again, they all link into the Joint Command Unit to provide the incident commanders inside the vehicle all the information they need to manage and run an operational incident. So, moving on to the inside of the vehicle now, we'll discuss a little bit more and see some of the imagery that these cameras provide us. Okay, we're now inside the Joint Command Unit, and within the first compartment we have our communications set up, our area where all of the computers and servers are held that operate the vehicle. We've also got various other pieces of equipment like thermal image cameras and radios. So moving through the vehicle, we have 2 ops rooms, and this being one of them. They're both identical in terms of their setup, and within this room we will have our crews operating and controlling the vehicle, supporting the incident commanders. So this vehicle responds to large multi-agency incidents and forms a command point for that incident, and is where all the briefings and all of the decisions are made to run and resolve those incidents. So the screens we have here, we have mapping. We can display the news channel, we can display imagery from some of the equipment I've already discussed outside, and in particular this is the drone imagery. So this is an incident we attended in Northamptonshire, and then this bottom screen here controls the cameras on top and the remote camera of the vehicle as well. So just to show you that some of the zoom capability of the camera, we've placed a picture on the bike sheds over there, and we'll zoom right in to show you the quality of these cameras. So you can see the imagery there is really clear. Within this as well we have a thermal image camera, so we can control that, and this image down here is the remote camera outside. And again, we can move those around the screens, display them at full size if we need to. So moving on from here, we move into the briefing room. So slightly bigger room, and within this room is where all the incident commanders' multi-agency briefings take place, and again you'll see imagery on the screens here on the back wall. So we have the table here with 7 seats. We've got 2 seats and tables on the side wall there, and then a further 3 seats with tables on this wall here. The vehicle is capable of video conferencing, so we have the video conferencing function, and again we can swap and change the images on these screens to display the images the incident commanders want to see at that particular incident. And again, on the bottom screen here we can see a large incident that we attended, and that's the imagery from the drone that you've seen outside. So moving around this vehicle, we can close the vehicle down, we can change all of the lighting, we can dim the lighting or change the colour. So we have the red or blue mood lighting inside the vehicle. Got all the controls for the air conditioning, and then obviously we can control the blinds as well by a nice little magnet there. So that's a brief tour of the inside of the Joint Command Unit. We're now going to go outside and ask you some questions. So coming outside. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the brief tour around the Joint Command Unit. We've got some short questions for you now, and if you could leave your answers in the comments box below, that would be great. So going on to the first question then, as we went through around the side of the vehicle, I said that there was a school that had named the vehicle. Can you tell me what the name of the Joint Command Unit is? Okay, on to the second question. How many screens or monitors are there in the ops room? Okay, third question. What colours were the mood lighting? How many seats are there in the main briefing room? That's including the drop-down seats on the sides. What colour is the flashing beacon on the top of the vehicle? What types of incident does the Joint Command Unit attend? And the last question, what image did we see on the bike shed when we zoomed in with the camera?